If you're tired of spending your hard-earned money on bags of fertilizer only to get, well, lackluster results, you're not alone. Gardeners everywhere are feeling the pinch as prices rise, yet the soil and plants in our backyards still crave the same nourishment. The truth is, nature has already given us everything we need to feed our gardens, without chemicals, plastic bags or inflated costs. The secret? It's a simple homemade fertilizer made from the very weeds most of us pull up and throw away. This free recipe is not only powerful but also sustainable, easy to make, and proven to bring lush growth, bigger harvests and vibrant blooms. For generations, gardeners have waged war against weeds, pulling them out and tossing them aside, yet what we see as nuisances are actually nutrient-packed treasures. Weeds grow quickly, send their roots deep into the soil, and mine essential minerals from layers that vegetable and flower roots can't always reach. Plants like dandelion, chickweed, clover and purslane act like little underground elevators, pulling nutrients upward and storing them in their leaves and stems. Because this homemade fertilizer is strong, applying it directly from the bucket would overwhelm your plants. The key is dilution. Mix 1 part of the weed tea with 5 parts of water. That means if you take 1 cup of fertilizer, add it to 5 cups of water before applying it to your soil. If you're feeding delicate seedlings, dilute it even further, 1 part fertilizer to 10 parts water, to avoid shocking the young roots. For the best results, apply the diluted mix early in the morning or late in the day when the sun is not harsh. This timing helps the soil absorb the nutrients without risking leaf burn. Vegetables thrive when given this feed once a week. Flowers benefit from an application every other week. And after a big harvest, a fresh dose will help plants bounce back with renewed energy. Simple tricks can really make the whole process a lot easier. One challenge gardeners sometimes mention is the smell. Weed tea can have a strong, earthy odour, but don't let that discourage you. A few drops of peppermint oil added to the brew can mask much of the scent, and wearing a light mask when opening the lid can make it even easier to handle. Another handy trick is adding a spigot to the bottom of your bucket. Instead of scooping out the liquid with a cup, you simply twist the tap and fill your watering can. It's cleaner, faster, and keeps your hands free from the mess. These little adjustments make the process smoother and honestly more enjoyable. Boosting your brew for extra power is also an option. While the base recipe is more than enough to see amazing results, there are optional additions you can experiment with. A teaspoon of yeast helps kickstart microbial activity, making your tea come alive even faster. A splash of natural soap helps the liquid soak more deeply into dry soil, especially during hot spells. And if you have half a cup of bone meal or blood meal, adding it to the mix will deliver an even stronger nutrient punch. None of these extras are required, but they can be fun to try if you like experimenting in the garden. Why does this method matter more than ever? Well, as prices continue to rise, many gardeners are looking for ways to keep their passion affordable. Even a small bag of fertilizer can feel like a luxury purchase these days. But with this method, the answer is already under your feet. By turning weeds and compost into a powerful liquid feed, you're cutting costs, reducing waste, and stepping away from chemicals that harm the soil long-term. It's not just about healthier plants, it's about independence, sustainability, and making the most of what nature provides freely. This recipe is, honestly, perfect for every garden size. Whether you're tending raised beds, caring for flower borders, or simply nurturing a few pots on your balcony, it works. It adapts beautifully to fruit trees, shrubs, hanging baskets, and even indoor herbs, as long as you dilute it well. No matter your space, this fertilizer fits right in, proving that gardening success doesn't require a big budget, just creativity and patience. Now, common questions answered? Many gardeners wonder how long this fertilizer lasts. Once brewed, it's best used within 2 weeks. After that, the nutrient levels drop, and it's better to make a fresh batch. Luckily, the process is quick and easy, so keeping a steady supply on hand is simple. Another common concern is whether kitchen scraps can be used instead of weeds. While scraps are great for a compost pile, this particular recipe shines brightest with leafy weeds and wild greens. They break down faster and release the minerals your soil craves. And yes, it truly is free. If you make your own compost, you already have one of the key ingredients. If not, many local farms are more than happy to share aged manure if you ask. Nature provides everything else. This recipe is more than just a way to save money. It's a reminder of what gardening has always been about: resourcefulness, patience, and respect for the land. By using what others throw away, you create something powerful that feeds your soil, your plants, and ultimately your family. Now it's your turn. Grab a bucket, gather those weeds, and start brewing your own garden rocket fuel. Once you see your vegetables producing more, your flowers blooming brighter, and your soil coming alive, you'll never go back to overpriced store-bought fertilizers again. If you found this guide helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a neighbor, a fellow gardener, or a beginner who's just starting out. And make sure to subscribe to Timeless Crops Haven for more simple, practical, and powerful gardening wisdom. Together, we can keep growing greener, stronger, and smarter, one free recipe at a time.